we are live. How's it going, everyone? 4-Button Soul here again. It's time for another episode of Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel. We have just finished Chapter 6. We are on our way into Chapter 7. And we have the... what do we have? We have the school festival. I'm messing around with stuff. Touching stuff. Alright, let's load our game and get back into it. How's everyone doing tonight?
In the following weeks, it was hard to tell how much the Empire's situation was shifting, but one thing was certain. Changes were happening.
I think I need to adjust my
With the death of their
levels a little
ringleaders,
bit.
the Imperial Liberation Front's campaign of terror was finally over. And in recognition of our actions in Ruhr and at Corellia Fortress, all of us in Class 7 were invited to Valflame Palace.
Nice.
There, we were granted the honor of an audience with His Majesty the Emperor, Eugent III, along with Empress Priscilla, the mother of Princess Alphen and Crown Prince Cedric. But no sooner had we been thanked than we came face to face with the leaders of the factions that divided the nation.
Okay then.
The heads of the 4 great houses who rule their vast provinces with absolute authority. And the Chancellor and his close ally, Governor Regnitz, who brought reforms to Heimdall and expanded the railways. Both sides were quick to offer us words of praise, but just as quickly turned to criticize each other's role in the crisis.
But of course.
Eventually, His Majesty was forced to step in and rebuke both sides, clearly disgusted by their behavior.
Nice.
As it stood, the terrorists' defeat made it difficult for their supposed supporters in the noble faction to act openly, while Crossbell's push for independence was causing enough of a stir over there to keep the reformists busy. With both sides tied up, it looked like the Empire was in for a long overdue respite from its perpetual conflict.
Not much for me to do so
Finally gotten
far.
all the details for our concert performance worked out. And Elliot announced that we'd be doing 2 songs, a duet between Machias and Eustace, and a solo by Emma.
Oh, okay. A duet with
To no
Machias
one's
and Eustace
surprise,
sounds a
all
little
3
weird.
of them were quick to raise objections. But after Crow and Elliot explained their choices and how their master plan would win over the audience, the rest of the class was totally on board, leaving our new vocalists to...
Shit. Shit.
Unfortunately, with the good times came some sad news as well.
Oh.
It turned out that Marquis Ragnar was furious at Angelica for her part in what we did at the mine, and as a result, she was forced to leave the academy.
Oh no.
Contrary to the official statement, her withdrawal was to be permanent.
What?
Before she left, she asked me if I'd look after the orbital bike for her.
Hey, we get the orbital bike out of this.
At first, I didn't want to. It felt like I'd be accepted.
Hey,
when she'd be
squad.
gone.
Welcome to the stream. How's it going,
Thinking
buddy?
it over, I finally agreed. With so much going on, we decided to take Prince Olivert up on his proposal of a brief vacation north in Ymir. It proved to be quite an eventful
Nice.
trip, and it really drove home just how much we'd come to mean to each other. I'd tell you all about it, but we'd be here for hours. Maybe another time.
Maybe another time. Okay, we've got the school festival.
Anyway,
Taking over. Holy shit. 21st of October, Festival Prep Day 1.
Could I have your attention, please? It's another great day. Perfect weather to start bringing all your great festival ideas to life. Some of you have been preparing since last month, and some even longer.
Shit. I keep skipping.
So without further ado, I hereby declare the first day of festival preparation begun. Time to start setting up. We have
Woo!
today and
Festival
tomorrow,
prep!
but try not to leave any work until tomorrow night unless you really have to. All right, everyone, let's do this, and stay safe out there.
Alright. I'm a little chuggy today. I think I need to restart my computer at some point. Maybe I'll do that post-stream. Everyone's running around the grounds. Everyone's getting prepared for the festival. And what a festival it's gonna be. Oh, we got retweets? Nice. Get seen live. Oh, thanks for retweet, squad. Hey, there's a couple of viewers popped in. Maybe. I want to thank you for all the effort you put in over these last 2 weeks, everyone. Well, at least things are really coming together now. It's been an exhausting 2 weeks, though. You said it. I don't think I realized how much work this would involve. Elliot's a merciless taskmaster when it comes to music. It's like he unleashes the beast within. Sorry, I just really want this performance to be the best it can be. Don't worry about it. Given the short time we've had to prepare, I shudder to think what our band would sound like without your guidance. Yeah, I'm sure it'll sound great. Well, the songs are coming together quite nicely, I admit. We aren't seriously going to do that, are we? Come on, give it up already. Emma's song is really sounding great. Agreed. I'm sure you'll be quite the sight on stage once you're in your outfit. The boys will be under your spell. Oh ho! Guys, that's not the kind of pressure I need right now. I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised at Machias and Eustace, who knew they'd work so perfectly together. And to think, at the outset, I doubted they had it in them to actually cooperate. Yep, and now look at them, crooning together in perfect harmony. But that's the worst part. Speak for yourself, I've never felt so humiliated in my life. Sounds like you're all having such a gosh darn good time, I almost hate to interrupt. Just want to let you know that the principal's given you permission to use the old schoolhouse. You're all free to use it for rehearsal or whatever you need all the way through to the end of tomorrow. Really? Phew, that's a weight off our shoulders. There's only so much of our performance we can practice in the music room's limited space. Yeah, and Class 1's been hogging the auditorium all to themselves. Well, considering they're performing an operetta, I'm not sure where else they could practice. The first floor of the old schoolhouse should be a fine makeshift auditorium, as far as our practice needs to go. It's even got that stage area. What more could we ask for? Sounds like a great solution to me. Though every time I step through those doors, I'm always reminded of our first day of school. The first of many deceptions by a certain instructor. I'm afraid the statute of limitations has expired on that one. Of course. You know, a little bird told me 2 people who might be in this room right now and had a rather intimate experience that day. Oh, man. Ooh, tell me. Well, it's nothing worth mentioning. How did you find out about that anyway? Well, should we go our separate ways for today then? Yeah, our costume should be coming in this evening. So I think we're fine spending today helping with the setup and decorations. Might as well pitch in while we can. I'm guessing tomorrow's schedule just has rehearsal written in every blank. True, it only seems right to spend today helping out our club members. Guess we oughta. Thank you, Kindness Seeker Mal. I appreciate that. Were you planning on helping Toa with any last-minute student council suffering? Yeah, the student council's been totally swamped these last few days, so I figured I'd lend them a hand. I was thinking of looking in on the old schoolhouse while I was out making the rounds, too. That'd be helpful, even though we'll just be using the first floor, we should make sure nothing has shifted around in there. If you're gonna make a sweep at the place, just ring me on my Arcus. I'd be happy to tag along. Thanks for dropping by, Kindness Seeker Mal. Okay, thanks. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate. All I can say is good luck. I'll probably be patrolling the campus, so just let me know if anything happens. I'll give you guys a call when the costumes come in. I really want us to at least try these on today, just to make sure they all fit. So, what awaits us in the old schoolhouse? Huh? President Toa. If you wouldn't mind taking care of this stuff for me, I'd really appreciate it. No problem. Glad to help out. Receive Student Council Tasks, October. And mail mix-up. Our class received a package that clearly wasn't meant for us. We want to get it to whichever class ordered it, but we're too swamped with our preparations to ask around. Could someone please deliver this for us? We'll be outside Class 2's second-year classroom, preparing for the festival. Please come see us if you can help. Bridget, Year 1, Class 2. We read the comments. Radio Trista. We're doing a special feature here at Radio Trista on the Academy Festival, but we're running a little short on comments. Anyone want to collect the ones we need for me? For more specifics, come see me in the Radio Trista building. Michael, Director at Radio Trista. Slip their minds. Instructor Beatrix. A number of students have yet to collect their permission slips to serve food and drinks at the festival. Given that it's imperative that everyone doing so has a slip, I need them delivered today. For more details, speak to me at the infirmary. I figured they'd probably all be related to the festival in some way. The shops in Trista do seem pretty keen on helping out, though. That's nice of them. Yeah, they do every year. The radio station is even doing a little something for us, too. Oh, right. I'll see what I can do to keep the ball rolling in town, then. Great, that'd be a big help. Oh, but remember not to neglect your concert practice, okay? Crow's been telling me about it. Sounds like you guys are really pulling out all the stops. That's the idea, yeah, but we haven't started group rehearsals yet. Most of us have family coming in to watch, though, so for better or worse, we're going to give it all we've got. By the way, do you think Angelica will be able to make it? Well... Sorry, I guess it's not looking too hopeful, huh? I just don't know. I've tried calling the Marcus household, but they won't even let me talk to her. But still, this is Angie. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Don't worry, Angie would never break a promise. Besides, you guys are all here. Crow's here, George is here. I'm sure she'll be here too. That's why we need to make this festival a big success. I want Angie to forget the bad times for a little while and have fun. And I know your concert will be part of that too. When you put it like that, I want to do whatever I can to make it a good time for her. Besides, as your follow-up act, would look bad if they weren't cheering just as loud for us. I can't wait to see what you guys have in store. Toa. Who's that? Oh. Sorry to butt in, but it looks like some of the materials we ordered are going to get here late. If we don't do something, it's going to throw a hitch into our preparations. Okay, I'll take another look at the schedule and see if we can rearrange things a bit. Sorry, Reem, but it looks like duty calls. Good luck preparing for your concert. Thanks. Well, no sense in just standing around here. We've got a lot to do and less time than I'd like to do it. Our outfit's going to show up this evening, too. I'll have to try and get as much as I can finished up before then. Jesus, you know when you just get into, like, reading mode? And you just, straight through. Whoosh. Okay, let's get going. Is my leap motion working today? No. Why is this like this? It's like the weirdest little thing. It never works when I want it to. Otherwise I would wave to all the people out there, all the time. Alright, so I need to go to Class 1? Or Class 2? Hold on, wait. Let's go to the radio station first. That's furthest out. So, radio station. Radio Trista. Radio Trista. Sorry to keep you waiting, Michael. Oh, there you are. I'm just glad you could make it at all. Specials tonight, but some people still haven't submitted what they want us to say during it. I mean, we could go ahead without them, but I'd feel kinda unfair if we did. I imagine it's probably just slipped their minds considering how much everyone has to do right now. But you are taking the time to give everyone's events coverage, so I'm sorry they put you through this. Don't sweat it. The festival gives us some good material every year. You won't see me complaining that students are making it better. The Academy's been getting lots of coverage ever since what happened last month, too. Sorry, we don't have the time to shoot the breeze about that. So, you got the time to get this done? Yes, I've got the time. You bet. You'll be broadcasting tonight, so let's get this done as quickly as possible. You are the man. I'm still waiting on replies from Class 1, Class 5, and the Occult Research Society. I don't know where the people in charge of them are, but you probably will since you're all from the same academy. Go get those comments. Leave it to me. Class 1 should still be rehearsing for their operetta. I'm sure that's where I'll find everyone. Class 5's Mishi Panic's being set up in the gymnasium, which leaves the Occult Research Society. I guess I'll head to their club room. Right then, let's get going. Quest. We read the comments. Started. Alright, let's run. I'm running. What's that just come on? What day is it today? It's Friday. Friday. And I need to go in here anyway, because I need to go and... yeah, here. Pick up that other quest. Excuse me, I heard the package was mistakenly delivered to Class 2. Is this where I can pick it up? Oh, am I glad to see you. You have a minute? I'll show you right now. I've got a minute. Let's see it. What a relief. Right over there. Margarita, he says he's here for the package. Oh, how fortunate. I was just about to put it away, too. Come along now. Okay, then. It's a pretty big package. Marine investigated the contents of the package. Are these cones? That they are. We were planning on setting up some boundaries for our stellar garden, but not with anything that garish. None of us ordered them by mistake, either. And we suspect that they were meant for another class. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I saw some cones on the field. I'll take these over there and ask around. You mean it? Thank you. In that case, we will leave this matter in your capable hand. Quest, mail mix-up started. Alright, let's get out of here. Do these two things. Hold on. Oh no, the Class 1 are doing the operetta, aren't they? Yeah, they're in the auditorium. And there's so much going on around the school grounds. Excuse me, could I have a moment? What are you doing here? This is Class 1's practice area. Did you see a sign that said Class 7 interlopers welcome? Or perhaps please interrupt us? No, then move along. Wow, what a bitch. I'm only here to ask about Class 1's comment for the radio special on the Academy Festival tonight. You still haven't submitted one. Oh, right. Did no one submit a comment for our class? I certainly haven't. Likewise, we've been so focused on practicing that it slipped our minds. Listen well then, Class 1 will be performing an operetta set in the Middle Ages known as the Coronation of Garuda. It is a dramatic tale of Garuda, a most noble lady favoured by the Emperor himself, as she struggles against her own destiny. The leading roles will be played to perfection by Patrick Hyams and myself, Ferris Florold. That's a difficult last name. Our operetta won't just be captivating, but also educational. We even consulted an expert to ensure our script's accuracy. I implore those of you listening not to miss out on a fabulous performance, especially in order to watch other lesser events performed by other lesser classes the very same day. We will not be topped. I think that should do for now. Thanks. She really is competitive. Wow. That was certainly some comments. Okay, I need to go to the Occult Club, which is in this building over here. Man, I can't believe we're getting so close to the end of this game. It's been such a labor of love to get through this, it really has. Occult research, yeah, it's this one. Hello, do you need something from me? That I do. I'm collecting comments about each of the festival's events for a radio broadcast focusing on them. I had no idea the Occult Research Society was actually doing something for the festival, though. I certainly am. Oh, are you curious? I just have a simple answer, please. Very well, I suppose I can tell you. I'll be turning this room into a fortune-telling house during the festival. How accurate will the fortunes I tell be? That's for you to find out for yourself. I guess I should take that as a comment. Thanks. Oh, and as for that man from the radio station who sent you, I see a great deal of hardship in his future. Heh heh heh. How ominous. Well, gee, I'd hate to get in the way of your preparation, so I'd better get going now. Okay then. Alright, so we gotta go out to the field anyway. So head out to the field. Oh, have I got bonding points today? Is it that one? No, I haven't got any bonding points. It's fine. Not that I really need any more bonding points. Everyone's... Hey, there's a Ranger Fox. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, this game has been a real labor of love. Like, managing to get this far into it. You know, this is a long-ass game, and there's 4 of them. Excuse me, do you have a minute? I believe I have a package for you. A package, you say? Let me guess, it's not for them. Oh yes, those are the cones we plan on using for Super Stallion. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, man. It took so long to arrive that I started wondering if I'd listed the wrong address or something of the sort. My thanks to you. Our preparations can continue as scheduled. Happy I could help. I'm sure the student council is running themselves ragged right now, but you've done well. Even so, we have another issue to resolve. Oh no. Oh? While we were waiting on our cones, we had another parcel mistakenly delivered to... Oh my god. You can see it over there. We've had our hands full here, so we hadn't quite decided what to do with it. That makes sense. Does it make sense? Any idea what's inside it? Freshly printed books. Sizable number of them, I might add. These are probably stock rather than a personal book delivery. Would you mind if I took care of these? I might know who they're meant for, so I can take them to their rightful owners. If it wouldn't be a bother, that would be a great help to all of us. By all means, take the books to their rightful owners. Man, I love fetch quests. I will, thank you. Can I do a nice easy one here? Yeah, I can do a nice easy one here. The markers, they tell everything. There is someone waiting here. Please don't tell me he has a box. I'm certain that I dropped it somewhere around here. Oh, this guy's an asshole. Is something the matter? Nothing. Nothing, I say! For that matter, what are you doing here when you have preparations to make for the festival? Get back to work. Normally I would, but you look as though you have something on your mind. You sure I can't be of assistance? This is a personal matter, and you butting into my private affairs will do more harm than good. Though, since you're here, it couldn't hurt to ask, have you seen a notebook around this area by any chance? It would have a black leather cover. I don't believe I've seen anything like that. I think I may have accidentally unearthed a secret side quest. I'd be happy to help you look there. That's quite unnecessary, but if you are so inspired to assist me, you may do so by forgetting that this conversation ever took place. Understood? Yeah, I appreciate you dropping by, Desert Ranger Fox. This missing notebook has an even more on edge than usual. I probably shouldn't talk to him. Oh, and thank you for the follow as well, because I just noticed that you followed a couple of days ago. Just, I've been offline for 2 days, so... That said, I'm sure I'd be happy if I found that notebook. I'll need some clues before I can do that, though. Quest duly noted. Started. Great. That's just what I wanted. Another frickin' quest. There's Laura. Okay, they're in the gymnasium. And there's so much. Whoa. That's new. That's very new. Come on, work. I command you to work. Mishi, why have you forsaken us? Is everything okay over here? Hey, watch out. This Class 7 joker's here to get the dirt on us. What? You think this is some sort of show? Get out of here before I make you get out of here. Simmer down, boys. Sorry about that. Truth is, the machine we're using isn't really working like it should. They're all a little on edge. We sent someone off to get George, though, so our technical woes should be over before too long. But what's your story? Do you have a reason for coming, or are you actually spying on us? It's the former, I assure you. I hate to ask when you're so busy, but it's about the festival feature on the radio tonight. Class 5 still hasn't provided the station with a comment, so I was hoping that someone could say something. Oh, adios, it's Monk. How could that radio freak have forgotten that? Yeah, you're gonna have to ask him. What the hell, man? He seemed so excited when he told us he'd take care of it. What could he even be doing right now? So, instead of one of you coming up with a comment on the fly, I need to find Monk. That is a great name, by the way. Monk. Any idea where he might be at the moment? I don't think any of us have seen him since yesterday, actually. Whatever he's doing right now better be pretty important if he thinks he can just ditch us at a time like this. You sure he's not just sleeping in? Anyway, none of us got time to come up with some fancy radio comment. You gotta go straight to Monk for that. Got it. I'll go look for him at the lower class dorm. Hopefully I can actually find him. To the dorm! That was really weird. Like, why did Reen say that? So, nothing going on here. I don't think there'll be anything down at the... Can I actually gather clues from this dude? Dropped off the roof. Alright, I gotta go up to the rooftop. Monk. But it's spelled M-U-N-K, so I'm just like, that makes it sound weird, right? Monk. Like monkfish. Why do I think monkfish? Alright, so he threw it off the roof. Excuse me, mind if I ask you a question? I believe Vice Principal Heinrich was up here just a while ago. Reen gave a brief rundown of the situation. I see, that would make sense. Yeah, he was up here, came along to check up on how everything was going. He was using his notebook as sort of a checklist for all our arrangements. Come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if his notebook was full of info on everyone's festival plans. Finding it should be a top priority. You remember where he was standing at the time? Just about there, right where you can get a good look at the courtyard. Oh, but he left right after that. He overheard some guys messing around over near the field. Hey, Demon Chuckle, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for chilling. So he moved over there to yell at them a little better. I think he even leaned over the railings a bit for that one. Which means it probably didn't fall into the courtyard. Thanks, that narrows things down. No worries, best of luck. Oh man, so he went over here. Is it on the roof? Can nobody else help me with this while I'm up here? No? Alright, back into the main building. How's it going, Demon Chuckle? You doing good today? So, we wouldn't have gone into the courtyard, apparently. Where are we going? Where would it have dropped? Would it have dropped down here? It's not anywhere here. That's annoying. Alright, let's go find Monk, and then I guess I'll, Oh, hold on. Hold on. We got something going on over here. Get some green. Excuse me, may I ask you something? Oh my goodness, is something wrong? Do you need some help? Not exactly. Green briefly explained the situation. Oh, so you're looking for a notebook? Now that I think about it, I believe I heard some first-year boys talking about something they found. That might be what you're looking for. Fantastic, that's my next stop then. This might be over faster than I thought. Did you see where they went? I believe I heard them say something about going someplace quiet so they could get a better look at it. I'm sorry, I wish I could be more specific. Not at all, that's a great lead, as is. Somewhere quiet? I think I might know where they are. No time to waste, I better get going. I think they're behind this shed over here. There are people around there. And that is usually somewhere quiet. Oh, it's Crow. How's business so far? Who's looking hardest? No big surprises yet. Our reads on the second years were pretty much spot on. As far as first years go, the guy's Whipcomb combo's been pulling in the bets. We nailed that prediction too. Alright, get those prices jacked up as high as you can. Crow, mind explaining what's going on here? Green, buddy, good to see ya. This is just a tiny, side project that a few second years are volunteering for. Will you turn a fun... Oh no. Were you turning a fun event into a gambling racket? Hey now, that's just rude. All this is some friendly competition. Jackpot's a year worth of cafeteria tickets. What does second year even do with those? Alright, so they're not here. They can't be by the old schoolhouse. I mean, the old schoolhouse is quiet. But, like, is it that quiet? Holy shit, I'm dropping frames like a mother. Let's check the old schoolhouse anyway. Yeah, they're over here. Aha, found you. Now this is a good find. What do you think about this photo, Rex? Oh man, that's awesome. It's definitely an amateur shot, but it captures the energy of a live performance. It's almost too good. Wait, is that teacher a fucking pervert? I wonder who it belongs to, though. The notebook's covered in some pretty expensive-looking leather, so maybe it's one of the nobles. Uh-oh. I think we may have uncovered something that we didn't quite want to uncover. Excuse me, guys. You found that notebook somewhere, right? Mind if I take a look at it? Oh, crap. Guess that answers our question about the owner. Man, oh well. Here you go. Steve, black leather notebook. Looks like it matches the description, which means it belongs to Vice Principal Heinrich. I wanted to have a better look at her, too. I know, right? I've never seen her before, but damn. Oh well, it's probably for the best. Gets returned to its owner. Guy seems pretty devoted to her, too. If we try to hold on to it, things might just get ugly. Yeah. What are they talking about? Sorry for the trouble. Make sure it gets back into the right hands. Let him know he's got our seal of approval, alright? Sure. What in the world is written in here? I kinda want to check. Hey, TK. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate that. The Huck King has arrived. They are talking crime. No, that'd be a bad idea. I should head straight back to and return it to the Vice Principal. Even if it isn't his, I can just turn it in a reception. Hey, don't tell me you're a fan too. Nice, she isn't that well known in the Empire, but I guess you Class 7 types are pretty worldly. Okay, now I'm really curious about what's in here. Let's take a look. Black leather notebook. Black leather bound notebook dropped by Vice Principal Heinrich. Needs to be returned to him. It won't let me look! Why won't you let me look? What a bastard. Alright, guess I'll return it. Should I return it to him? Or should I return it to the, Let's return it to the reception. Because I want to know what's in there. Maybe it's the receptionist. Can I return it to the receptionist? That's annoying. I can't return it to the receptionist, so I guess I've got to return it to the Vice Principal. Who is an asshole. Oh, you again. I'm busy, a concept you clearly seemed not to have familiarized yourself with. State your business without delay. I found a black leather notebook and thought it might be yours. Marina handed over the black leather notebook. This is indeed my notebook. You wouldn't have happened to look inside it, would you? No, of course not. Well, I did, at least. Of course. How could I have expected such privacy-infringing behavior from a student of our esteemed academy? Oh, you dropped a picture. Oh, it's this? Wow, I guess the weird vibe I was picking up had some merit. Who dat? It seems to be a picture of some dancer wearing a remarkably skimpy outfit. Some dancer? You call the greatest artist of our time some dancer? Foolishness. Utter foolishness. She's a member of Crossbell's highly esteemed theatre troupe, Arc-en-Ciel. To call her a mere dancer is churlish. Churlish. I've never even heard of them. They are known for their magnificent, passionate performances, replete with acrobatic feats that would blow your mind. Arc-en-Ciel represents true art, capturing the hearts and eyes of those blessed enough to bear them witness. My eyes were closed to their glory until I was invited to see one of their performances in Crossbell. Their brilliance is renowned across the continent, rivaling even the acclaim this nation's operas receive. There is no shame in admiring Rixia Mao's many charms. On the contrary, those who don't should hang their heads in shame. Hang their heads in shame. Her talent is such that she was cast in a leading role almost immediately after her debut. Furthermore, she's earned everything she has through hard work and dedication. Is it any wonder why we love her so? Tragically, the recent terrorist attack in Crossbell has impacted Arc-en-Ciel, just as it would any other citizens. But I believe in them. No setback is too great to stop them from soaring to even greater levels of excellence. This is fun. The voices of the fans shall be their support as they continue their climb. We shall support Rixia Mao. Wow, that was the last thing I ever expected to hear from him. Well then, allow me to thank you for returning my notebook to me. That said, you're to seal your memories of this discussion away in the deepest reaches of your mind, never to re-emerge. Yes, sir. Received. Golden Bell. This is not a bribe, understood? It is, a token to ensure that you put every last ounce of effort into serving the Academy Festival. Given that Class 7 is trailing behind the other classes, I hope that this acts as an appropriate motivator. I fully expect you to prepare with the highest level of diligence, so that you do not bring shame upon this Academy. Yes, sir, we'll be sure to meet your expectations. Quest, duly noted, complete. Well, that was interesting. That was fun. I enjoyed doing that voice. Oh, man. So, we gotta find Monk. Monk has to be found. He should be in one of the dorms, apparently. So we gotta go back to Trista. Upper class, lower class. Obviously the lower class is down the stairs. That makes perfect sense, right? Alright. What do we got here? Someone over here. I can't see Monk anywhere on the first floor. Let's ask someone where he is. Excuse me, do you have a second? Reen asked the girl if she had seen Monk lately. Not today, I don't think. You need him for something? Yeah, I need his comment for tonight's radio show. I guess I'll head to his room and just hope he's there. Wow, 9 viewers? Really? There's no need for that. Is that Monk? Here come the Monk. Sorry for the wait, Reen. I've just finished writing up our comment for the radio show. Just now? That's right, this comment is the fruit of 2 days of backbreaking non-stop labor. And when I say non-stop, I mean without so much as a wink of sleep. I doubt that somehow. I never knew the bags under your eyes could get that bad. He's such a radio geek. Misty won't be on the show, but a submission's a submission. Only the very best is good enough. I can tell that you're curious, so let me read it to you. Mishi, the international sensation, finally makes his Thor's Military Academy debut. But oh no, trouble is afoot. Mishi and Michette are being attacked by evil Mishi, and the only way to save them is to smack, smash, and mash away. So, come along to Class 5's Mishi Panic and save Mishi and Michette from their terrible fate. Mishi Panic, the only place where smacking something so cute can be so refreshing. And that's that. Make sure they don't leave out a single word. I'll be listening. Sure. Well, that's the last comment collected. 9 viewers? How's it going, chat? How's it going, everyone? I should go and give these to Michael. Alright, let's go back to Radio Trista. Man, that's wild. I never get this many viewers, usually. Wait, what's that? Someone in the bookstore? Oh yeah, the books. Haha, the books, of course. Alright, let's turn this one in. Yo, how'd it go? Perfectly, I've got all 3 comments right here. Reen relayed the comments to Michael. Good stuff. They're good, generally short comments, so I'm pretty sure they'll get some great reactions from our guests. Oh, this is going to be a fantastic show. Before you run off, take some of these. I'm really glad you helped me out here. Received Celestial Bomb ×3. Received Curia Bomb ×3. Awesome, thanks. Good luck with tonight's show. Right back at ya. Let's do what we gotta do and make this one hell of a festival. That sounds like a plan. We read the comment. Completed. Well, I guess I would be remiss to just give it some... If you like what you're watching, then feel free to follow, since we've got so many viewers in here. Keen's Bookstore, let's go. I've got a load of books for you. Hello, how are your festival preparations coming along? I'll be happy to help you in any way I can. All you need to do is ask. Believe it or not, I have a package for you. At least I think I do. Oh, they delivered it to the wrong place, did they? Here I was, thinking it was delayed by the high volume of shipments this time of year. Well, I'm glad it's here now, though I do regret taking up your time when you're so busy. Don't worry about it, the Academy's close enough that it wasn't a problem. That's kind of you. This reminds me, though, someone else's package has been delivered to me, too. What are these postmen doing? Trista Postal Service has a lot to answer to. Would you mind if I had a look? Not at all. I looked in there myself just to see if it was something I'd ordered and later forgot about. It's full of books, but they're certainly not our regular stock. Green opened up the package and inspected its contents. These are different. The books are so slim. Maybe a short story? I think one of the students at the academy might have ordered these. Maybe it's something someone wrote and planned to sell during the festival? If that's the case, then there's no point in leaving them here. I'll take these with me and try to figure out who they belong to. As if I weren't already worried about taking up your time with busy work, but thank you very much for doing this. Oh yeah, that's a point. Did that actually work? I don't know, because I haven't checked. Oh, it did. Sweet. Oh, that's awesome. So, action points put me on his announcement list. On his personal... well, no, on his Discord. So, I pop up in there, which is cool. Which might explain the increased viewer traffic. Alright, so we've got something at the Student Union building. Jesus, this is a lot of fetch quests today, and I apologize. But such is the nature of the beast. As far as this game goes, there is a lot of dialogue. Getting caught up on corners and whatnot. Literature Club, of course. We finished up our book and sent it out for copying and binding, but they're taking their time in sending it back. I really want to go over everything and make sure that it all came out okay. Excuse me, are these the books you're looking for? That's them. That's definitely them. Thank goodness. I was really starting to worry that they wouldn't get here in time. Now we'll be able to hold our little reading circle just as planned. I really would like some boys to attend and share their impassioned views on the works we'll be reading. Oh, but be still my beating heart. Well, at least she's enthusiastic. Well then, that's all I'm here for, so... oh, please don't tell me you've got another package. Oh, hold on a moment. I've just remembered something. Let me guess, something you didn't ask for got delivered here too. How did you know? God damn it. It's this. I assumed this box would have my books in it. I was quite surprised when I found something different inside. Mind if I take a look? Just... oh, these fetch quests, man. It's full of ornaments. They all look really expensive too. There's an elegant looking lampstand, and is that a statue of a Pegasus? I'm hoping for our reading circle to be a little bit like a tea party, but I'm not using anything this expensive looking. I'm sure these must have been meant for someone else. All these packages were delivered just to the wrong people. So this one might be... I'll hold on to this if you don't mind. I think I may know who ordered it. Well then, it's all yours. And please do come along to our reading circle during the festival. Might want to bring a friend or two too. Boy crazy. I'll think about it. Alright, where are we going? Because I don't have a clue where I'm going with these statues and this package. Alright, nothing standing out here. I'm assuming it's back in town. So let's head back into town. There we go, 5 viewers, that's more like it. It's just slowly ticking down. I genuinely have no idea where this last one's going. Oh look, it actually does say final chapter. Took the books to the bookstore, da 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 da. Stella Garten. Oh yeah. That'll be in the... oh, damn it. I swear to God, if they've got another package, I'm going to be very upset. So again, we're back in the auditorium. Maybe not. Unless they're on the second floor. No? Huh. That's odd. Class 1 has been hogging this place for days on end because of their endless rehearsals or whatever they're doing. How are we supposed to get the stage ready if they never get off it? Okay, maybe not here. Class 2? What are Class 2 doing? I don't know what Class 2 are doing. Wait, Class 2 were here, weren't they? Yeah, here's Class 2. Here we go, we found Class 2. So let me get this straight. You delivered every single package to the wrong place. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I only just started this job, so I don't care about your excuses. Just tell me where our ornaments are going to arrive. I'm so sorry. Cleaning up postal messes. Looks like I'm here just in time. Are you waiting on these by any chance? Yeah, I think they're waiting on those. Oh yes, here they are. But not a single one out of place. Now we can finally get started on the interior. Did you really redeliver everything for me? I'm so sorry, and thank you so much. No worries, it was kind of a pain, but I get why it happened. Really? Seriously, don't worry about it. Why are people in shows and movies and video games never as pissed off as I am about minor inconveniences? Even so, I still end up causing you trouble. Oh wait, please take these. EP charge free times 3. Nice. You sure? It's the least I can do. I'll be sure that this never happens again. You can count on that. Well, goodbye. Sorry again. Maybe he works for Hermes. He's a busy one, alright. I hope he's not running off to fix more mistakes. That is a UK joke, by the way. A UK-based delivery joke. I guess it's just because there are so many deliveries to make with everyone getting ready for the festival. I feel like I need to turn my mic down as well. Definitely makes it harder to blame him for messing up. That is true. Anyway, it seems like things are all sorted out. I really appreciate the help. We may be rivals, but you have my appreciation too. I hope both our festival plans go as well as they can. Yeah, the better the attractions, the better the festival. Right? But still no Maid Café. Disappointing. Alright, mail mix-up. Done. Ah. Desert Ranger Fox is live, by the way, just so you guys know. He's playing Final Fantasy VII. Well, they're playing Final Fantasy VII. Right. Green Schwarzer. Seems as though you've been working very hard on your field studies, even harder when you help the student council. I can hardly imagine how many people you've helped tackle their problems, all while showing compassion and honor. As an instructor here at Thor's, you could not have made me prouder. It's very kind of you, but I'm not sure I've done anything someone else in my shoes wouldn't have. To be honest, I'd say the people I've helped have let me develop as a person, so it's anything but a chore. The more you talk, the more right I know I am. I hereby present you with the Medal of Compassion. Holy shit. Miss Herschel won this last year, so you know you're in good company. While this is far from a formal award ceremony, I do hope you'll accept. Even so, this is quite an honor. Of course I'll accept. Thank you very much. Having the ability and the will to help others is a precious thing. I hope that you continue to do so as you grow older. Oh wow. What does that actually do? Let's check. Braille Locket prevents all abnormal statuses except KO. Obviously we're doing that. Rhyme for Medal. Medal of Compassion. Oh wow, I forgot, I didn't realize I had these. Was it Mechanicus? No, it was Gladiator Belt. Gladiator Headband. Let's go Gladiator Belt on green. Alright, is there anything else I can do? Hello, Schwarzer. You wouldn't happen to be here in response to my request, would you? That's right. Today I'm here on behalf of the Student Council. Request said you needed someone to give students permission slips, correct? Yes, these slips prove that the student is upholding the necessary health and hygiene standards to sell food on campus. Any and all students planning to sell food, whether at a stall or at an attraction, must have one to do so. To some gourmands, these slips are the most important part of the festival, and yet a few of our students still haven't collected theirs. I'm starting to get a little worried. So that's why you need someone to deliver them. You hit the nail on the head. I'd do it myself, but people tend to be accident prone this time of year, so I need to be here in the infirmary. That's true. Sorry to push this on you when I'm sure you're already swamped, but such are the dangers of helping the student council. Ooh, yeah, one thing I always forget to do. Whenever I'm on, I always forget to shout people out. So what I will do, quickly, is I will do... shout out. And... there you go. That's perfectly fine by me. I'm happy to help. What a guy. In that case, let me tell you where to deliver everything. First on the list is Nicholas from the Cooking Club. They'll be holding cooking classes during the festival. I assume he's so focused on all the preparations that he's forgotten to come get the one thing that will help let him cook. Probably a good guess. Next up, we have Class 4's Eastern Tea House. As the name implies, they will be dealing in tea, sweets, and relaxation. I do believe it was Colette's job to pick up their slip. Now it's yours to get it to her. She's a sweet girl, if a bit on the clumsy side. It probably just slipped her mind. That sounds like something she'd do. At least she probably won't lose it if we bring it straight to her. Lastly, we have the two food stalls belonging to Becky and Hugo. You'd think they'd be the first to get their slips. I've heard the two are trying to outsell one another. If they don't have their slips, they'll tie at 0 units each. They're probably too busy arguing to even think about stopping by. Maybe getting their slips will calm them down. So to recap, Nicholas from the Cooking Club, Colette from Class 4, and then Becky and Hugo, correct? You've got it. Oh, I did the wrong voice. You've got it. Here are the permission slips. Remember, the fate of the festival's food is riding on these. They're very important. Be sure to handle them as such. On top of that, each slip has the name of the person you need to deliver it to written on it. Don't get them mixed up. Receive permission slip Nicholas. Permission slip Colette. Permission slip Hugo. And permission slip Becky. Understood. I'll be extremely careful. I never expected so much would be riding on this job. I need to make sure everything is perfect. Oh, calm down. It's a simple request, even if it is important. Let me know how it went once you're done. Will do. Quest, slip their mind, started. Alright. So, permission slips. Well, there's one round here already. That looks like Colette. It's my water. Hey Colette, have you got a minute? I've got something for you. Oh, I've always got time for a gift. Here we are. Handed over the permission slip, Colette. Huh? Oh yeah, I completely forgot. That was a close one. Can't exactly have a tea house without tea. Whoops, sorry you had to come all the way over here to deliver it, Reen. Hey, no worries, but do me a favour. Try not to get me tasked with any last-second deliveries on the day off. We'll see about that. Thanks a lot. Alright, let's find everyone else. Nobody else in here, I don't think. There's one. This is Becky and Hugo. Here, Hugo, this is my spot, so bolt. Terribly sorry, Becky, but it's my spot now. I applied for it first. And by extension, that means I get priority. Aye, but I brought all my stuff here first. Ugh, the application papers were vague as to what they meant by in front of the main building. But this is the exact spot I had in mind when I applied. I'm terribly sorry, Becky, but you'll have to concede. No chance, mate. I had my eyes on this spot way before you. Yeesh. The mission slips really are the last thing on either of their minds. Sorry to interrupt, but I have something for each of you. Here, mate, we're a wee bit busy over here. No, I'm not doing it. The future of our sales rides on who gets this store right here, so would you mind making this quick? Don't worry, I will. Green handed over permission slip Hugo. Green handed over permission slip Becky. I completely forgot to boot that. Ooh, a boot. You and me both. Perhaps we let our kerfuffle carry us away. Say, Becky, I have an idea. There's little point to a competition that's won based on store position alone. What do you say neither of us takes this spot and we set up our stores on either side of the front gate? So, we'll be right across for each other? Aye, that sounds good. Let's go with that then. Sorry to say though, wee man, but I'll be winning this one either way. Oh, Becky, the fact that you're naive enough to think that's possible is one of the reasons you're so charming. I well believe it. You'll have a brass neck too when I show ye it's true. I should probably get out of here before they get started again. Alright, anyone else around here? Someone else was Colette. Oh yeah, someone else in the main building. It's gotta be. It's the cooking club. They're on the second floor. Yeah. Well, this is fairly easy. Oh, it's Milliam. I don't see Nicholas anywhere. Hey, Milliam, quick question. You know where Nicholas is? Nicholas? He said he was heading out to get some ingredients and stuff. So I guess he's probably at the general store in town. Right, thanks. I'll probably regret this, but what are you making? My own super special cookies. Nicholas asked me to make a whole bunch of different types. These ones have got hot chili peppers in them. Want to try one? No thanks. I couldn't deny someone else the privilege. For what it's worth, it seems like she fits right in with the cooking club. Now to head into town and find Nicholas. Alright. Let's go back into town. Alright, running into town. Heading into town, looking for Nicholas. He's in the general store. Because I don't think there's like anywhere else. Hi, Katie1. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate that. You'll be pleased to know I finished Little Nightmares. Excuse me, Nicholas. I'm here to deliver your permission slip for the Academy Festival. Oh, sorry to make you come all this way just for that. Certain issues with the people I ordered the ingredients from have been keeping me busy. I've been trying to get in contact with other sellers and plan out menu changes all at once. It's been messy. I was dead set on picking up the permission slip today, though. Instructor Beatrix was just thinking just that. Anyway, here you go. Green handed over the permission slip, Nicholas. Thanks a lot. I'm surprised you realized how busy I'd be, though. It's kind of nice to have such an attentive instructor. I suppose she picked up that situational awareness from her time in the military, though. Oh, I wasn't aware of this. Yep, she used to be a medical officer. Field medic, probably. Apparently she was even famous enough to get some widely recognized nickname. Huh? Now I'm curious to hear more. That's all I know, really, though. Thanks for delivering the permission slip, though. I'll head back to the club and stick it somewhere where it'll stand out. Please do. That was the last slip. I better go tell Instructor Beatrix, and maybe see if I can learn more about this history of hers. Oh, here we go. This is Elisa and Emma. Alright. Let's head back up. I'm holding the controller with one hand while I take a beverage. Oh, it's fun. Now my hips aren't stuck in place. Alright, let's see what Beatrix's old nickname was. Let's see if I can do that voice again. I've delivered all the permission slips. Good work. How was everyone? Pretty much exactly the way you described. That made things go a lot smoother, actually. I'm glad to see there's still some use for this old woman's wisdom. Now that you're here, why not have some tea? Have a seat. I'll prepare something special to thank you for your help. Well, it'd probably be rude to turn her down now. I'd love some. Thanks. This is delicious. It's my special blend. Takes the fatigue right out of you. You've actually learned about a lot of the herbs there in my class. Is that so? Its tea and Sharon's are so different that I can't even compare the two. I almost forgot how fun it is to have tea with someone so young. So tell me, how are things going in Class 7? You're all so busy these days. That we are, but our concert is really coming together now. We're doing the final fittings for our costumes today, and tomorrow will be a full day of rehearsals. We're definitely cutting it close, but we're all feeling motivated. There's no way this won't be a success. Oh my, such confidence. Just make sure you don't work so hard you end up having to pay me a visit. Well, we'll try not to. She really does care about all the students on campus. She even knew a lot about the ones who forgot their slips. Class 7 has accomplished a great deal over this past half year. It's always a pleasure to learn what you're up to. That said, it seems like you also have a knack for getting yourselves into trouble. I'm certainly not opposed to Instructor Sarah's methods, but she could stand to be a little bit more protective. You might be onto something, but that attitude has helped us out before. Which reminds me, you've known her for a while now, haven't you? I've heard you used to be a medical officer in the army. Is that when your paths crossed? Something like that, yes. Well, I suppose you're all at that age where it's expected you come across trouble every now and then. But keep in mind that pushing yourselves beyond your breaking point to accomplish something you can't will only end badly. Just like it did for her all those years ago. Understood. Wait, what? Gracious me, I didn't mean to lecture you like this. Teacher's habit, I guess. And it appears our tea has gotten cold. Perhaps that's a sign that we have to bring this lovely conversation to an end. I suppose so. But it was nice to hear what you had to say, and I'll take it to heart. Glad to hear it. This is your first Academy Festival, so I hope you'll enjoy the whole thing, preparation included. I will, thank you again. Quest Slip Their Minds completed. Received a Kala Gem as a reward. What does that do? And Kala Gem. Ancient Glyph. Defense plus 80. Nice. Alright.
Hello, Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Oh, thank God.
Yo, it's me.
Oh, hey, Crow. Is something wrong? It's not like you to call out of the blue.
Well, we've run into a bit of a problem. Turns out our outfits for the concert will be arriving late.
That damn delivery man.
They said the earliest they can get them delivered is sometime tomorrow morning.
Son of a...
That's not great.
Oh.
I mean, it'll be hard to do tonight's dress rehearsal without the actual dress.
My thoughts exactly. But don't you worry, though. I'm just as crafty as I am handsome, so I've got a plan.
Oh,
Wanna head
God.
out and pick them up for us in person?
Crow, I think the two of us need to go over the definition of plan sometime. You ordered them from a boutique in Heimdall, didn't you?
Yeah, someone over there's putting the finishing touches on them right now.
He's talking about the orbital bike, isn't he?
They'll be done by this evening, so our whole delivery problem's solved if you just head over there. I do it myself, but I've got some stuff I need to get done.
Got it. I'll take care of it. I'll head to the station right now. Wouldn't want to miss the train on something this time sensitive.
Whoa there, the train? Come
Yeah,
on, man.
he's gonna take the orbital bike.
Don't tell me you forgot about Jellica's parting gift.
Oh. You're right. It'd probably be faster to get to Heimdall by bike than by train.
Exactly.
Okay, bike it is. Besides, if I cut down on my travel time, I can put more work into the festival.
Even when I give you something cool to do, you find a way to make it dorky. Oh yeah, you should take someone with you too. You're bringing 11 outfits back here, and that's not exactly going to be easy on your own.
Yeah, but they'll all fit in the sidecar,
It's
right?
true. It'll be a lot easier with the sidecar, too. Okay, leave it to me.
Cheers.
We'll be taking.
Okay, I guess I've got a little more wiggle room to help out around here. I'll head to the engineering club to ask George to lend me the bike once I'm done.
Alright, let's go get the bike and head out to Heimdall. Where's George? There he is. Hey, Reen, I heard everything from Crow. I just finished up with the maintenance on the sidecar too, so you're welcome to use it whenever you like. Thanks, I'll do that. And she left it to you, so think of it as your bike now. You can take it out for a spin whenever you feel a need for speed. Thanks, George. So, yeah, sometimes you'll see an error show up here. Right, so then what do I do? Alright, where's the bike? I guess its back entrance is locked. Is it out here? There it is. Who am I taking with me? It's Angelica's bike. Let's go to Heimdall. Who are we taking?
Okay, looks like everything's in working order. Crow did say I should take someone else along to give me a hand. Not sure how busy everyone is, though. Let's see. Who should I try asking first?
Should I take Elisa? I kind of want to take Laura. Oh, man. I guess I should take Elisa.
Alright, might as well see if they're free. Hey, it's Reen. I've got a little favor to ask.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, we're taking Elisa. Sweet.
What a nice breeze. I've always figured that Angelica's bike would be something special.
If I let her soup it up the way she wanted, it'd be unsteerable by human hands. Anyway, are you sure you're okay to come out with me? The lacrosse club's supposed to be preparing the field, isn't it?
It's no trouble. You're almost done anyway, and Ferris in the second year has agreed to finish the rest. Besides, if I'll be wearing one of these outfits on stage, I might as well be there when we pick them up.
Oh.
True. You're one of our backing vocalists, so I'm sure you'll catch a lot of eyes.
This is some vehicle, though. You can really tell that the Ruhr Institute of Technology had a hand in developing it. I think trains are too convenient for bikes to break into the mainstream, but I can see them developing a cult following.
Only you would give the bike a technical and marketing analysis. It sure beats you asking about the outfits, though.
Did you say something?
Not a word.
That was just the wind.
Wow. Driving through the streets of Heimdall on a bike seems a little wild. Heimdall, Vanquist Street. Alright, the bike's parked up. We're ready to get these costumes. Let's see what they look like. Boutique Le Sage Head Store. Wasn't this like super expensive in here?
Sorry to make you kids come all this way to pick these up. I think you'll be pretty happy with the way they turned out, though.
Fantastic! I can't wait to see them.
Thanks for getting them done on such short notice.
This was no sweat compared to what Crow put me through last year. He had me working like a madman. Last year's concert was great, though, so you can bet that I'll be there to see if you kids can top that.
Let's see them.
By the way, are you the girl on rhythm guitar? Huh. You've got a kind of natural elegance to you.
Isn't
Couple that with the outfit and you'll be a real sight to see.
Isn't that Laura? She's a
So
backing
what
vocals.
exactly do these outfits look like, Reen?
Well, you'll see when we get back.
Oh man, I need to make sure that this is working for that. Oh, kinda. Hey, Shake Boy. How's it going? See if the leap motion's actually working.
A
Oh.
bird?
Hey. Huh. Hold on.
What the?
That bird has an air of the cat around it. Don't go following the bird, Reen.
Reen, are you still with me? You just started zoning out.
How's it going,
Oh,
Shake
it's
Boy?
nothing. There was just a strange bird on that lamppost over there.
Strange enough to get you daydreaming?
Okay. Not gonna do that last end of
I've
that
never
line?
seen a bird with feathers that color before. It was a really deep blue, almost like lapis lazuli.
Oh, wow. That
That's
does
lamp.
sound strange. I wonder what a bird like that is doing in the middle of a big city.
Who knows?
Oh, what do we have here?
That sounds like Misty, or you know.
I mean, Misty.
Is she an acquaintance of yours? Her voice sounds kind of familiar, though.
Yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Rain? Thanks for not using my real name. If people here in the capital were to overhear you, I'd be drowning in fans in no time flat.
Sure, mum's the word. Fancy meeting you here, though.
That's an unusual phrase to
I assume
hear
you're here
in
to shop.
not English.
You guessed it. This store does have a branch in Trista, but this one has a much better selection. What about you? Why are you lugging 2 suitcases around? You two getting a jump start on a romantic weekend getaway?
I love Erica Lindbeck's voice. I really do.
No way, never!
Let me explain.
Reen told Misty about coming to collect their outfits.
Wow, a concert, huh? That sounds like a blast. I'd love to drop by the festival and see it myself. I might be able to go if I can free up a bit of space in my schedule.
It'd be great to have you.
Regular clothes.
Although I can't imagine a professional like you would be terribly impressed.
Oh, don't be silly. Great music comes from the heart. Whoops, lost track of the time. I better get going. Well, bye for now. Be sure to tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, it's Misty in her regular
Of course,
clothes.
I always do.
Tomorrow's broadcast? What was she talking about? And what was all that talk about her real name?
Oh.
Let me start from the beginning.
Reen explained how he knew Vita Clotilde and her radio alter ego, Misty. Yeah, it's the thinger.
Wait, that was the Misty from Aubin Time? Wow, I never would have guessed that Vita Clotilde and Misty were one and the same.
You'd think it would be obvious since their voices are so famous, but it's pretty hard to tell.
As voiced by Erica
Hold
Lindbeck,
on. Tomorrow's Friday,
who
isn't it?
voices Futaba in Persona 5.
They only broadcast Aben Time on Sundays.
You're right. Maybe she's going to appear on some other show?
Erica Lindbeck is one of my favorite voice actors as far as English VAs in anime and games goes.
Well, it doesn't matter. We should head back to Trista. I'm sure everyone's waiting for us.
Good idea. We still need to try on our outfits, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see what these
Before you
outfits
do,
are like.
you
I
have
want
to
to.
promise
Let's
not to get mad.
get this ready. Yeah, get that ready for the outfits.
What kind of outfits did you design?
Oh, what kind of outfits? Your bond with Elisa is strengthened. Well, that was pointless. I knew I should have taken Laura. Yeah, definitely should have taken Laura. Holy shit. Rosine, isn't she the noble girl? Or is she, no, she's in like class 5 or something, isn't she? Let's see what these outfits are like. I'm intrigued. Class 5, a nun. Okay. Well, she wouldn't be in any of these outfits, I'm sure, if she's a nun.
Wow, these are actually really nice.
Oh, they're gonna be classy, aren't they? Well,
They're
kinda.
a bit more revealing than I would have chosen, but
Hey,
at
I
least
like
the
the
design
skirts.
itself is reasonably
I like the
tasteful.
pattern. The pattern on the skirts looks great.
Yep, not bad.
Very reminiscent of something else.
And the black makes us look all classy, too.
Oh, what am I even doing in this getup?
Oh.
Wow! That makes your boobies look even bigger!
Yeah, they are just essentially
Wow.
idol outfits.
You look stunning.
That's seriously hot.
Oh, I knew I shouldn't have trusted the boys.
I think it's perfect. And letting your hair
mean,
down
Emma does
adds
have
just
huge
the right amount of
boobs.
mystique. Nice work on the styling, Sharon.
Thank you, my lady. I think you all look beautiful.
Wow, you all look even better than I was hoping.
Why do they get... Why have they got these outfits?
Well, you all look the part of dashing gentlemen yourselves.
These are amazing.
It seems like you took your inspiration from the traditional dress of the imperial court.
You look like rejected princes from a children's book. But it kind of works.
I feel a little bad for you guys. Your uniforms don't have those little personal touches like ours do.
Well, considering the time we had to work with,
Those little
we had
top
to
hats
settle
are
for all us
amazing.
guys just wearing the same thing.
No one's gonna care what the guys are wearing.
Exactly.
It's better to bring out each girl's charms and let the boys just sort of fade into the background.
Exactly.
That's called knowing your audience, boys and girls.
I see how it is.
We're all different heights and have different hair colors, so I think we're better off with a standardized look.
I'm no stranger to cuffs, epaulets, and overdone embroidery. But it looks preposterous to see you wearing such finery, even if it is just a costume.
Hey, I didn't ask for this. What sane man would want to dress like a noble? Besides, I hope you haven't forgotten that we'll be singing in these outfits together.
Now that is
Sadly,
hilarious.
despite my earnest attempts, I haven't.
All right, are you ready to practice the night away?
We've only got a day and a half left, and that's if you include today. No time to waste. And that's why none of us are leaving this building until we can do a perfect run-through of our whole set.
Well,
I don't think he's going to take no for an answer.
You're like a drill sergeant when it comes to music. I hope you're not starting to take after Nightheart.
it does actually
We're
suit
not
Elliot the
sleeping
best.
tonight, are we?
I mean, obviously Eustace
I'll be
looks
sure to
fine in
bring
it
you
because
all
it's
a
Eustace.
nourishing dinner later this evening.
Gaius looks completely wrong in it.
That's not the problem here. Well, I suppose there's not much more we can do than buckle down and give it our best shot.
Fine. I suppose I'll just have to cast my shame to the wind and go through with it. Aww. It's not like I want to wear an
Emma?
outfit like this, but
Oh
I
no,
might never get a
I
chance
think
again,
we
so
broke
come on,
Emma.
Emma. Just couldn't bear it.
Maybe we ought to leave her be for a while.
I think we broke Emma. Alright, let's save. Day before the festival. Continue. Onwards to victory. Rex. Oh, the pervy dude. First thing the next morning, we got together and rehearsed our performance again and again. I actually just saw Rex again because I just did the notebook quest. I like Milliam, and I mean, I like Fee's voice actress. Alright, thanks for dropping by, Kindness Seeker Mao. Drop us a follow if you want to catch any more. Alan's quest. I don't think so. Call the vice principal. Oh, there's Streamlabs just in time. Meanwhile, preparations for the festival continued steadily under Student Council President Toa's watchful eye. Oh wow, is this the, this is class 2, right? And no, I don't believe I did do that. I haven't done every quest. I know I haven't done every quest. Yeah, I know I've definitely missed quite a few quests. Hey, look, there's Rex. And class 1, of course. That was perfection itself. Indeed, victory is as good as ours. Meanwhile, our rivals in other classes put the finishing touches on their own contributions to the festival. However... overlooking everything. Oh, it looks like this year's festival will be even more lively than last year's. An ill wind blows from the east, and ominous clouds still hang over our fair country. But young people have their whole future ahead of them. They ought to pursue their dreams with excitement, with passion. Oh, wow. Just as they always have, and as they likely always will. I certainly agree, it's good to be young. I was once full of vim and vigour, so were you. Prince Oliver, well, he never really lost the spark. Even His Highness and that fool Osborne were boys once. Indeed. No, Instructor Sarah. Why is this not a voiced cutscene? Back from my patrol. Thank you, Sarah. Looks like everything will be finished by the end of the day. Instructor Beatrix, my apologies. I had no idea you were here. You really don't need all the formality, or the salute for that matter. You've accomplished more than enough since we first met to stand proudly on equal footing with me. But you saved my life. Kinda hard to trump that. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to join the guild either. Huh. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years since then. My, how time flies. You're quite the popular figure on campus. Weren't you also Nightheart Superior at one point? With all due apologies to Heinrich, perhaps I ought to put you forth as my replacement when I retire. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm all for that. I couldn't possibly. Still, considering the direction this country seems to be headed, I'm worried about what will become of this academy in the next year. I mean, considering this was a beta release to start with, I'm not surprised. Like, I expect probably more out of the later games, obviously. So am I. Have you heard anything from Major Nightheart, sir? Not thus far, unfortunately. He did state his intent to return in time for the festival, however. I see. I've been hearing some concerning reports from the Guild in Crossbell recently. I don't doubt it. We're likely on the cusp of a significant change, whatever that change may turn out to be. But in spite of what the future may hold, our duty remains the same as it has always been. Oh yeah, definitely. Well said, Instructor Beatrix. I ask of you, Adios and Dracos the Lionheart. Grant these young people your protection and your courage, and guide them as they enjoy this festival, that no harm may come to them. Well, good company called Nessa. Oh, really? That's disappointing. At the time, we were so caught up in the festival preparations that we had no way of knowing that behind the scenes, countless adults were looking out for us. helping ensure that we get to enjoy the fruit of our hard work. Well.
Yeah, we did it!
That was our best yet.
I feel like we were really giving everything we had with that one.
I need a rest.
The only question now is whether we can do that in front of a hall full of people.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be
Don't
fine.
worry, we'll be fine. We prepared as much as we can. It's all in the goddess's hands now.
Maybe you're right.
Oh, she's playing drums.
But when you put it that way, it sounds like no matter how much work we put in, it all comes down to luck in the end.
If that's the case, we'll just have to coerce luck into staying on our side.
Well,
Nice
you always
work,
need a little
guys.
bit of luck. Break a leg and all that, right?
I think we're right where we want to be. You play like you did just now for the actual concert, and we'll be golden.
Thanks for all your help, Crawl.
If you're satisfied, I think our audience will be too.
What time is it even?
Only 3 p.m. Wow, I thought it was evening already.
Well, no one could accuse us of not being focused enough.
I just want to go back to the dormitory and bury my face in my pillow.
Rest? Oh, no. No time for that now. See, the best concerts
yeah,
always have
that's always a
two
good
aces
point.
in the hole. An unexpected
I do love
surprise
Milliam.
and an encore. Now that we've finally got the basics down, we can try pulling off something that'll pave our road to victory.
What?
Surprises? An encore?
What?
I do
Please
love
tell me
Milliam.
you're just kidding.
Wait, we're not seriously doing that. I thought you were just joking.
Now, hold on just a minute.
You aren't seriously suggesting that we add another song, are you?
Ding ding! He can be taught! Don't worry your pretty little heads, though. As soon as you hear what I've
What?
got in mind, you'll be all in on this. I've got a nice, simple tune in mind that everyone's heard, and most people probably even know the lyrics. Anyway, we haven't got much time to prep, so how about we get right down to business?
You're a slave driver.
Uh,
Hang in there, Emma.
I think Crow's more fired up about this than anyone else.
He's taking us on a ride one way or another, so you might as well just strap ourselves in.
You killed her. Amazing. Same day, 2100 hours. We still practicing at 9 o'clock? We'll be back in the dorm listening to Abend Time. Fresh juice. Nice. Still hard at work, I see. Chubby boy. Oh, hey George. Sounds like you managed to finish all the difficult stuff, huh? Yep, it wasn't easy though. But I think it'll be worth it in the end. This year's festival is shaping up to be even more fun than last year's. Really? You're worried about Angie, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sure she'll come through for us. But with what's happening in Crossbell right now and all the terrorist attacks in the last couple months, sounds like this country's got some tough times ahead of it. I've started to think maybe she might not make it. Always a possibility, I guess. But you know what? Even knowing that, I don't feel worried. Thinking of how much fun we're gonna have these next 2 days, I just can't imagine Angie missing a good party. Yeah, you're right. You really do. Really do what? Nah, never mind. I don't know, the concert with the amount of time they had to prepare for Class 7 was pretty difficult. Oh yeah. Looks like Class 7's still at it. I wonder if they're still practicing. I don't know. I looked in on them this afternoon and it seemed like they were basically done for the day. Still, they've got Crow as their producer, so you know, there's always that little bit of worry in the back of my mind. Now that you mention it. Whoopsie, looks like we're a little late. Haha. Haha. Green. What happened to you guys? You look exhausted. Macius is dead on his feet. I can't believe we made it through alive. I'm screenshotting that as well. That was like torture. I'm so tired. I'm gonna call Lammy. Don't you dare. Celine, grandmother. Emma, you can't just sleep out here. At least summon up the energy to get back to your bedroom first. Well, they'll all sleep well tonight, I'm sure. Are you all okay? All finished with the concert rehearsal then? Just about. Grandmother. We were cutting it pretty close though. Yeah, that's all that's left is to see it all go over in front of an audience. I'm sure we'll be fine. A wind of blessing will blow on us. You look like you rehearsed till you dropped. Literally. You all should feel proud. I've seen how hard you've worked. That's great to hear. I can't wait to see you guys play live. I've got the feeling you're set to impress. Have I read Red Moon Rose books? No, I have not read the Red Moon Rose books. Oh. Oh wow, everything's up. Like the whole time we were in there, everything was being prepared. 127th Military Academy Festival. Wow. Looks like they've got all the decorations put up now. You can really feel the excitement in the air. Looks like it's going to be even livelier than last year. It's fine by me. George and Toa, thank you so much for all the work you've put into helping the festival go forward. Same to you, man. You guys have been pedal to the metal all the way, especially these last couple of days. I'm ready to have some fun tomorrow. Make sure to let loose. You've earned it. Cool foreshadowing, but some might say it spoils certain subplots from later games. Okay, so they're related to these games? No, the last thing I ordered was, obviously I had to order Berserk, obviously. I'm gonna... should I stay in my room? I want to progress the plot, I think.
Oh, I'm beat.
What, you're not gonna listen to Arbentine,
Brain's
Marine?
awake, but my body is exhausted. I guess at least a good night's rest will take care of the fatigue. At this point, all I can do is just pour everything I've got into the concert.
Oh, a book inside the game? No, I haven't actually checked out many of the books. I assume it's something in the library.
Wasn't there a music program that runs around this time? I could use something to wind down. I don't feel like reading, and there's not much else going on this late on a Friday night. Guess I'll just relax till bedtime.
Good idea. Arbentine, yay! My dude, I am reading every voice line, well, every non-voiced line from this game, and another 10 pages may kill me.
I know I'll be showing Elise around on the second day of the festival, so the only day I'll be roaming around on my own is tomorrow.
Oh man, I mean, some games...
Get the chance, maybe I should meet up with some of the others
like
to see what all of the other classes are doing.
Have you dove into the, like, into the lore of, like, Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls games? That's just insane as well.
Huh?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Wait, we're already live?
Hey, isn't that Misty?
Excuse me? We interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you this special news bulletin. This afternoon, Crossbell State issued a Declaration of Independence.
Well...
This declaration was issued by the state government based on a recent referendum and carries no legal authority whatsoever.
Ooh,
The Imperial
plot
government
thickens.
has issued an official statement that they refuse to accept the declaration as valid. And the president of the Calvard Republic, which also claims authority over the state, has made a similar statement. In spite of this, Crossbell's Mayor Croix has declared that the country will act as an independent state going forward.
Oh,
As well as
it's
announced
about to go
the establishment of
sideways.
the Crossbell Defense Force, raising tensions both at home and abroad.
Whoa.
Final chapter, put to the test. Yeah. If you had any plans
And visitors.
to play Trails in the Sky, then I guess don't.
Thank you very much for your patience. Without further ado, I hereby declare the 127th Thor's Military Academy Festival open! Enjoy yourselves today and have a wonderful time!
Toa's voice actor's great as well. I mean, I was going to play Trails in the Sky offline, but I don't know. I know what's going to happen, but I'll probably still play it. Anyway, our big moment is until tomorrow afternoon. So the best thing we can do today is simply enjoy the festivities and try not to think about the concert. I've been trying not to. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sure some of us have club obligations to attend to today. Perhaps we should each just do our own thing. Though it'd be a good idea to meet in the auditorium at the end of the day to check all of our equipment for tomorrow. Yeah, I need to find out when our oboe instruments are going to be taken in. And we'll need to do a little bit of tuning at the very least. Sounds fine. A musician has to keep her instrument in top condition, just like a warrior does her weapon. Huh? I'm surprised everyone's so calm. Especially considering the big news from Crossbow yesterday. Well, of course it would be Milliam to mention it. The Declaration of Independence? It's certainly grounds for concern, but at this point, I don't think the reality of it has sunk in for me yet. Honestly, I can't see the new Crossbow Defense Force as much of a force to be reckoned with either. I say let them talk. Talk is cheap after all. Pride and independence are things one acquires through hard work. A verbal declaration holds little weight on its own, especially if they end up reneging on it soon after. That's certainly true. Crossbow will still be there in 2 days, but right now we've got a festival to focus on. We've got people here from all over the country, and we owe it to them to show them a good time. Hey, Schnitzel, thanks for the host. Appreciate that. With all the uncertainty in the world lately, that's all the more reason to try and help people forget their troubles. Especially since our families will be coming to visit tomorrow. Speaking of a good time... you just had to remind me of that. I don't think we're any exception. We should all take this chance to kick back and have a good time. We've earned it. We went our separate ways for the first day, some to help with club events, others just to enjoy the festival. For my part, I decided to do my duty as reserve member of the Student Council and patrol the Academy grounds. You really don't have to help us out today, you know. This is your first Academy Festival. You should be out there having fun with your friends. Oh, don't worry, I fully intend on enjoying myself. But that doesn't mean I can't help out in my free time, though. You're not exactly convincing me. I know. Here, take these. Thor's Military Academy's Green Bean Machine. Some kind of special tickets? These are the tickets the Student Council is issuing to all our visitors. We spend them to visit the festival attractions. Some places might even give special perks to ticket holders. You're going to use them all by the end of the day. That's a mandate from the president. What? Well, it sounds like if I don't order you to have fun, you'll just work yourself through the entire festival. Besides, it's our first time trying the whole admission ticket system, so I'd like to know how well it's working. One ticket is good for 2 people, so go try a bunch of different activities and see what they'll get you, okay? Sure thing. There's no debating with her once she's made up her mind, is there? Thanks, Soa. You're welcome, and remember, have fun out there! Academy Festival Patrol started. Received Student Council Band. Wait. Received Festival Ticket, times 6. At the Academy Festival. You can invite your classmates and some other friendly faces from school to enjoy the festival's many attractions with you. Visiting an attraction will use up one festival ticket. After you've used up all 6, the main story will advance. Oh man, this is going to take ages to get through all these goddamn festival tickets. I guess they work like anything else. Wait, there's something going on in the gymnasium? Oh yeah, there's events. Wait, there's something going on in the gymnasium? Yeah, it's just an event. Like, it's that Mishi Panic or whatever it was that the Class 5, I think. Alright. Yeah, I figured it was Whack-A-Mole. It looked like Whack-A-Mole when I went in here before. Welcome to Mishi Panic. Your goal here is to smack as many targets as humanly possible. Should you beat the high score, you'll receive a fantastic prize. Who should I invite? I can invite Instructor Sarah and President Toa as well. Let's invite Milliam. Let's see if Milliam is up for it. I guarantee Milliam would be up for fucking Whack-A-Mole. Green called Milliam. After meeting up, they used one of his tickets to play Mishi Panic. That is a big hammer. So just smack every target I see with this thing, right? It's about the size of it. Try to rack up as many points as you can. Beat the target score and you'll wind up winning a Mishi plush. Wow, they really did a Mishi attraction? I guess that just shows that things are still peaceful here at Fours. It's definitely an odd choice given the circumstances. But you like Mishi, don't you? Yeah, I've even got a strap that Lecter gave me right here. Then the prize is yours if I win. You mean it? Thanks! Yay! Get ready then. Start smashing. Oh, this is gonna suck. Instructions, quick. You see Evil Mishi, smack him for points. Don't smack anyone else though, or you'll lose points. Hit Evil Mishi and only Evil Mishi until you get a high score. Thanks for not telling me what Evil Mishi looks like. Oh, it's the purple one? This ain't so bad. Oh. Yeah, beat the high score. Beat the target score. Oh, one of them got away. Oh god, I missed. 270, yeah! Who needs luck when you're this good at Mishi Panic? Nah, I'm just kidding. Target score beaten. Received Mishi plush. Alright. Yahoo! You're the best, Reen! Milliam took her turn, and Two's time at Mishi Panic drew to a close. I had to read that twice. 300 is highest. And I got, what, 270? This is yours, Milliam. Reen handed over the Mishi plush. Aw, thanks. Isn't Mishi the cutest? Well, I'm glad you like him. You know, I probably could have won him myself if I really tried. All I'd have to do is call Lammy and have him change form and boom! We take out all the targets at once. Yeah, I don't think that's how that's gonna go. That would be cheating. It'd be awesome cheating! Anyway, thanks! I'll be sure to hold on to this Mishi forever. Catch you later! Yeah, see ya. Mecha Mishi. Your bond with Milliam strengthened. Reen and Milliam reach link level 4. Oh, powerful strike and cheer. Of course she has cheer. What are the other events? Isn't there like horse racing and stuff? Oh man, I've got like 5 tickets left and we're coming up on 2 hours. So I'm gonna have to overrun a little bit here, I think. Holy crap. Welcome to the Super Stallion. Not only can you take your first horse ride here, but you can try your luck in a thrilling time attack. Perhaps you'll be able to set a time so incredible that it impresses even me. Who should I invite? Eustace is probably going to be best here. Let's see if Eustace is up for it. Green called Eustace. Save before this one. After meeting up, they used one of his tickets to try Super Stallion. Well, it's a little late for that now. I'm not worried. I'm kind of amazed that your club was able to set up a real racecourse like this on the Academy field. It was no easy task, even with the other club's assistance. This event is a time attack that takes you through our specially prepared racecourse. Your mission is to complete a specified number of laps as quickly as possible, avoiding obstacles all the while. Beat the target time and you'll find yourself the proud owner of a fabulous prize. Now then, which one of you will take this exciting challenge? Would you mind if I rode, Lambert? I'd like to surpass the time I set during our practice runs. Eustace, I've been waiting for you to say these words all day. There's no need to even ask, right until your heart is full and your spirit satisfied. Do you have any objections? None at all. Gives you a chance to show me what you got. Show me what you got. That I shall. If you'll please make your way over to the starting line. On your mark, get set, go! Yeah, let's get some instructions. Your goal is to complete 2.5 laps around the course. Do so within the target time and win a special prize. Pick up flags for time bonuses. Be careful, those bumping into hurdles will lead to penalties.
Let's move.
Okay, I have to hold forward. Oh god, I hit. Okay, so I need to actually swing this around. I should probably use dash at some point, right?
I'll handle this.
I knew I was going to hit one of those. This is not going all that well. Well, at least I beat the target time. Bravo! Splendid, simply splendid. You managed to beat the target time. Although, how could you not have? You're Eustace Alborea. Thank you, but this is nothing compared to what you're capable of. No need to be so modest. That was really something. What a marvelous performance. Only one whose mind has become one with that of their horse could manage such a feat. It is my honor to present you with this prize for your valiant efforts. Super Stallion Shield. My thanks. Now that you've galloped around the course, you may wish to make your way to the trial corner to unwind. Whether racing or relaxing, I want you both to experience how delightful the world of horse riding can be. They then moved on to the trial corner to spend some time with the horses until they decided to go their separate ways. Thank you for thinking to invite me. I doubt I would have thought to participate in my own club's attraction otherwise. No problem. Well, I'll be off. I'm sure I'll see you around the festival. Yes, see you later. Okay then. Your bond with Eustace strengthened. How am I only link level 3 with Eustace? That's weird. Oh, it's afternoon already? Time flies when you're keeping busy. Number of visitors probably has peaked right now, so I should keep an eye out for the crowds. Maybe I should grab something to eat from one of the food stalls. Okay, what can we do now? What else is there to do? There's stuff in the main building, I guess. Let's go in the main building. Ooh, I forgot one thing. I am wearing a student council band. I didn't even realize I was wearing the student council band. Oh yeah, it's definitely impossible to max everyone, but I would like to at least, you know, maybe a little bit. Welcome to Class 2 Stellar Garden. Garden? Garden. If you've ever wanted to walk through a beautiful garden underneath a blanket of stars, here's the place to do so. It's been specifically designed for pairs, so make sure you choose a special someone before you come inside. Who should I ask to join me? Instructed Sarah. That would probably be the most hilarious. No, I've maxed out Elisa, so let's bring Laura in here. Let's see if Laura's up for it. Reen called Laura. After meeting up, they used one of his tickets to enter the Stellar Garden. Oh, okay. Spectacular. It's got the weird music, though, from the old schoolhouse, which is strange. They just released a load of butterflies into a classroom. I think they were able to create such a beautiful garden indoors. Stars above and a garden below. They've delivered on the Stellar Garden name, that's for sure. But that's class 2 for you. They wouldn't be satisfied with anything less. Indeed. I'm especially impressed with the way they've made the ceiling look like the night sky. It's supposed to be even more beautiful once you activate the device farther within. Let's go find it, shall we? I'd like that. Oh, that's cool. Let's walk through. Is there anything else? I can't even run through him. But actually, there's nothing I can, like... Oh, got a couple of the older people here. Yeah, it's weird that it's got this music in here. Ah, this must be the thing. Looks like this is the end. Could that be the device you mentioned? Very possible. Should we turn it on? Okay, here goes. Yeah, you didn't even reach for that. Starry, starry night. Oh, it is pretty. This is incredible. Yeah, this is more stunning than I ever would have expected it to be. Isn't this garden spectacular? We're in a classroom, but I feel as though I've been drawn into a completely different world. That's a good way to put it. I know it's still light outside, but in here it feels like it's just two of us together in the middle of the night. That it does. It's awfully romantic. Any woman brought here by a man might suspect him of more amorous designs. That's not quite what I had in mind. Does that mean you don't see me as a woman suitable for such affections? No, that's not what I meant. You're just teasing me now, aren't you? I apologize. I'm not terribly used to situations like this. And frankly, I'm feeling uncharacteristically nervous right now. Oh. Uncharacteristic is right. I never would have expected to see you like this. Don't laugh. Of course, I get nervous occasionally. You seem to forget that I'm a girl. Although, given my focus on my swordsmanship, I can't say I'm surprised I've never been particularly feminine. She's like one of the most feminine of all of the girls. Looks-wise, anyway. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to make fun of you. I was just taken aback. Besides, I've never once thought of you as unfeminine. What? You're not unfeminine. You're more of a calm, collected type. You have every bit of pride you'd expect from a noble, but you acknowledge your flaws and work to correct them. And that's one of the things that I find most attractive about you, to be honest. Reen, that's not something you should say to a lady so casually. I swear, that aspect of your personality is going to land you in hot water one day. In fact, that you invited me to this event and not one of the others may have just saved you from serious trouble. I'm not really sure what you're getting at here. I suppose it doesn't matter. That's one of the things I find most attractive about you as well. I like Laura. Laura's definitely one of my favourite characters. After relaxing together for a while longer, the two of them made their way to the exit and left the classroom. Wasn't that charming? I'm glad we had the chance to discuss things too. It's time for me to take my leave. Thank you for inviting me. No problem. Catch you later. Your bond with Laura strengthened. Yeah, I'm already maxed out on Laura. And what do we got here? Cooking classes. Please come by Class 4's Eastern Tea House, Miyabi. Surround yourself in an exotic Eastern atmosphere. We try our delicious tea and balance it with our sweets. Please come in and relax for a while. Who should I invite? Let's bring Emma in here. Let's see if Emma's up for it. I mean, Emma's probably top tier for me as well. After meeting up, they used one of his tickets to enter the Eastern Tea House, Miyabi. The Eastern atmosphere in here feels so genuine. They really did a wonderful job. There's a real sense of elegance in the air. What a perfect place to relax. The green tea and sweets should help too. Can we find a place to sit down? Man, I want green tea and sweets. I didn't realize how tired I was until we actually sat down. I can hardly remember the last time I truly felt relaxed. Well, it has been pretty hectic lately, especially with all the rehearsing we've been doing. The real thing is tomorrow, but you should think of this as an early reward for all the work you put in. One of our hardest tracks lies squarely on your shoulders after all. Thank you. I can't help but be nervous whenever I think that tomorrow is our big day. I agree. It'll feel different performing for people outside of our class. Just when I think I'm used to wearing that stage outfit, even just the thought of wearing it in front of a crowd of people makes me feel really self-conscious. I've got a feeling that it'll be a popular topic of conversation among the guys at the school for quite a while. Because of the cans! Please don't say that, it's embarrassing enough as is. Did I hear something about Emma's boobs? What my sister is trying to say is, we're sorry to intrude on your conversation, but would you like to draw a fortune? Yeah. That's a good point. Draw a fortune? Isn't that... If you're about to say part of Eastern culture, you nailed it. You pray to the goddess, and she tells you your fortune. A special bonus service we're offering to those of you who use your precious tickets to come in here. Ooh, that could be fun. In that case, let's give it a try. Now then, please choose which kind of fortune you'd like to draw. My fortunes are luck-related, hinting at the things your future has in store. Mine are about relationships, telling you all about who's going to set off your fireworks. Round. Which type of fortune should I draw? I think I'll stick with luck. It looks like we both had the same idea. Alright, please draw your fortunes from this box. I probably should have done relationships for the lols. Green and Emma both drew a luck fortune. Mine says medium luck. Your wishes are within your reach. It is only through belief and experience that you will attain them, however. I guess it's saying I need to put the work in if I want my wishes to come true. Given our current circumstances, that seems quite appropriate, actually. It's worth bearing in mind up on the stage tomorrow, at the very least. That is true. What does yours say? Let me check. Great luck. The one you've been waiting for has nearly arrived. Understand fully the role you must play and see it through to the end. How would... What's wrong? Oh, pay me no mind. I think this must mean that we'll have a lot of people coming to see us tomorrow, so I have to perform well. Probably, at least. I think you read that perfectly. If that's the case, though, it sounds like you don't have time to worry about little things like your outfit. I suppose you're right. I'll just have to push my embarrassment aside. I'll be giving the concert my best. I hope to see you doing the same. Of course. I'm overthinking things, right? Ask the cat. The cat will tell you if you're overthinking, right? With the concert fresh in their minds, they tied their fortunes with all the others at the side of the room. After offering a prayer for good fortune together, they left the classroom. That was really relaxing, wasn't it? I think the eastern atmosphere in there was starting to grow on me. Well, I'll see you later, Reen. See ya. Your bond with Emma strengthened. Oh, there we go. Reen and Emma reached link level 5. Rush 2. Nice. So I guess I don't have anything else that I can go to, so I have to go to these, like, other things twice. I mean, I feel like I should take Elisa in here, but I don't know, Elisa's kind of annoying. Let's take, I'm just gonna do these ones. Let's take Gaius in here. Let's see if Gaius is up for it. Green called Gaius. There is another attraction. After meeting up, they used one of his tickets to enter the Eastern Tea House Meowdy. I'll go look for the other one after this. Even when compared to black and Nord tea, green tea has its own distinct charm. It's like the calming embrace of a warm wind. Yeah, it has a deep flavor to it. It's like it tastes best only after it's gone, leaving you yearning for more. It's kind of a shame that Eastern culture gets so little attention here in the Empire. If you ask me, it just goes to show how vast and varied the world is. It would be nice to visit the East as a class one day if we get the chance. Yeah, that sounds nice. I think there's a lot we could learn from a trip like that. Sorry to interrupt, but it's fortune time. Alright, let's get a love fortune. Hello, Lind. I see you and your sister are working hard. That outfit really suits you. You really think so? I'm still a little embarrassed about wearing it. No need to be embarrassed over an outfit like this. Oh god, my face is itchy. I'm surprised you're making such a big deal out of it, given all the nude modeling you do for Art Club. I don't model at all, nude or otherwise. Stop making up rumors about me. They're a lively pair, aren't they? You can say that again. Anyway, ignoring my sister for now. We'll be drawing another fortune ring? This wouldn't happen to be the Eastern form of fortune-telling, would it? I've only ever heard the tales. Sounds like it's time for you to experience it firsthand, then. Now then, please choose which kind of fortune you'd like to draw. My fortunes are luck-related, hinting at the things your future has in store. And mine are about relationships, telling you all about who's gonna set off your fireworks. Wow. Which type of fortune should I draw? Relationship this time, okay. Oh, so you're leaning towards that one. Well, they've piqued my curiosity. I see. In that case, I'll do the same. Glad to hear it. Draw away. I bet Linda's glad to hear it. Reen and Gaius both drew a relationship fortune. Oh, let's a posture check, I think. There we go. Reset our posture. There we go. Let's see. You should seek an equal upon whom you can rely. The bond of trust between you will allow you to overcome any obstacle. Mine says, you should respond to those you respect with sincerity. This truthfulness will forge a partnership between you and allow you to learn from one another. Mine's not quite as romantic as I expected it would be. In fact, it almost sounds as if it's referring to you guys. Me? You're my equal, and you're as reliable as anyone I know. Plus, like the slip said, I can't think of an obstacle the two of us couldn't handle. I'm happy to hear that. For my part, you were the first person I thought of when I read the words, "those you respect," on my fortune. Really? You're always there when I need you, whether we're in the middle of a field study or on one of our free days. I'd be surprised if any of our classmates wouldn't say the same. You're a wonderful friend to us all, and I know you're always there for us whenever we need you. It's kind of embarrassing to hear all those kind words all at once, but I'll be counting on you too. Starting with tomorrow's concert. Of course, let's make it incredible. Well, their friendship reaffirmed, they tied their fortunes with all of the others at the other side of the room. After offering a prayer for good fortune together, they left the classroom. Well, isn't that sweet? That was a very pleasing experience. It makes me feel as though the winds will be kind to this festival. Speaking of, I still have more of it to see, so I'll be going now. Have a good time. Bond with guys strengthened. Getting pretty late. I've got one ticket left. I better use it wisely. Another attraction. Nothing in here. Is it on the roof? Or is it upstairs? Oh, there's the cooking club. Yeah, let's do the cooking club. Is this the cooking club? No, this isn't the cooking club. This is Gate of Avalon. Welcome to Class 3's Gate of Avalon. Here you can immerse yourself within the walls of a great castle from days gone by and play Blade in style. Players who work their way up through the ranks and defeat the Blade Master will be rewarded with a fabulous prize. Who should I invite? Obviously Crow is coming here. Let's see if Crow's up for it. Who else would you invite? Green called Crow. After meeting up, they used one of his tickets to enter Gate of Avalon. Ah, yeah, the song, the jazzy opening theme. I like this song. Looks like this place is raking in the visitors. Not bad, not bad. I guess they listened to old Uncle Crow's sage advice after all. Are there any attractions at this festival you didn't have a hand in? Anyway, we're supposed to be able to challenge the so-called Blade Master here, aren't we? That's right. No sign of him at the moment, though. Guess we'll just have to play a few games ourselves to pass the time. Yeah, the bar F in Roa. And that's the opening theme? Yeah, there it is. As long as you don't bet on them, sure. Let me show you how it's done. I'd like to see you try.
All right, let's get started.
Yeah, it's the opening theme. It's yeah, it's cool. I like that. I like that opening theme a lot.
Go on, draw a card. I'm up first.
This is
Take this.
pretty straightforward.
Not bad. You fell for it. Not bad.
Just. I've got to do that, haven't I?
Not bad. You fell for it.
Haha, I win!
Oh man, I lost!
I won! Hey, you're getting pretty good. Okay, one more. I'm terribly sorry to intrude on your fun. Oh no, it's the Blade Master. Good day to you both. Sharon, what are you doing here? So far so good, huh? Been racking up the wins. Everything is going quite well. Thank you again for appointing me to such an enjoyable position. Hold on, does this mean what I think this means? I suppose I have an introduction to make. You know me as Sharon Kroger, your dormitory's watchful and loving caretaker. But for the duration of this festival, at Master Crow's behest, I am the Blade Master. Are you kidding me? Of course. Oh man, I gotta be the Blade Master. So, why am I the one challenging her again? You're the one who appointed her. You play her. How do you think I did that in the first place? I got her to try playing me the other day, and she was crazy good. That's not to say you shouldn't give it a try. Probably won't win, but the only thing she'll hurt is your ego. Bear in mind that I have no intention of holding back against you. I wouldn't be much of a blade master if I did. Are you prepared, Master Reen? Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice. Let's get started. Very well.
Well, shall we begin?
Oh man, we got Blade boss music? That's fucking rad.
Please draw a card. Looks like I go first.
Alright. No, it's too early to start doing that.
I'm using a bolt. Oh my, I should have been more careful. I'm using a bolt. So that's how you want to play. Oh my, I should have been more careful. I'm using a bolt. Now then, how will you react to this? So that's how you want to play.
We got left. Oh, I won! I beat the Blade Master. I won! I can hardly believe my eyes. Nice work, man. Played wonderfully, Master Reen. Allow me to give you a memento of your stunning victory today. I beat the well, not the Radiant Blade Master, but I beat the Blade Master. Received a relief card. Thank you very much. Never figured a blade booth would turn out this popular. Looks like all that work I put in spreading the word has really paid off. Every time I turn around, I see another attraction you played a part in. There really are a lot of people at this academy who rely on you. Myself included. I wouldn't be having nearly as much fun if Master Crow hadn't offered me this role. Makes you fight the Blade God. Come on now, you guys are gonna make me blush. Besides, not like I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. I'm making money hand over... You didn't hear that. Let me guess. You're making money off some sort of blade gambling racket? Ah, I should have known. Might as well start running before I tell Toa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not be too hasty here. I'll give you a cut of the profits. You've got to be kidding. These two make for a wonderful combination. After Crow's attempts at bargaining proved ineffective, the two said goodbye to Sharon and left the classroom. Now that was a match. Appreciate the invite. Catch you later. Yeah, see you later. The bond with Crow strengthened. Yeah, pay back that 50 mirror he stole. Green and Crow reached Link level 4. Powerful strike and auto charge. Nice.
The first day of the Academy Festival is nearly over. Thank you for coming today, everyone. I hope you'll join us for our second day of festivities. And for all of you prepping tonight for tomorrow's attractions, good luck. And try not to overexert yourselves.
Alright, so that's day 1 over already. That went by really quickly. I should go meet up with everyone. As the day drew to a close, Class 7 gathered in the auditorium to give their instruments and costumes one final check. After they were satisfied everything was ready for the big show, they returned to the dormitory together. Ah, that was so much fun. I wish we could have a festival every week. That might make things a bit too lively around here, but it'd be better than classes and homework. Personally, I was surprised by the variety of different attractions. There was so much to take in. Yeah, the other classes have really put together some impressive events. We're gonna have to make extra sure we measure up with our concert. Indeed, nothing less than our best will cut it tomorrow. The time has come. What? That was weird, right? Huh? What's wrong, Reen? You look startled. Nothing, I think. But I could swear I heard someone calling me just now. Must have been my imagination. Oh, did you blow all those free tickets cuddling up with the cuties in the Stellar Garden? Maybe one of them's all smitten chasing after you like, Reen, baby, here's my number, call me anytime, day or night. Yeah, I don't think it was that. Anyway, what do you think about one last meeting after dinner tonight? I'd like to discuss the details of our third song a little more. That's sensible enough to me. Okay, let's roll. That was a little weird, right? Something going on in the old schoolhouse, that's for sure. It was the cat. The cat called me. Uh-oh. That's weird. Aha, it's the bird. Why do I have something like this feeling that the bird has something to do with Misty / Vita Clotilde? Clotilde?
Your rank's gone up.
Woo! A2.
Here's a little something from the academy. Wow, that must have been tough.
Alright, we're going to save it there. That's going to be it for the day today. Thank you for stopping by, everyone. I really appreciate all the viewers and everyone today. I'm going to upload this onto YouTube, so if you're watching this now on YouTube, I thank you for watching. If you've been watching me on Twitch, I thank you for watching. And I appreciate every single one of you. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.